Hello, I'm Andrew Willmon of the Broadway Theatre League, and we are very excited and honored to be celebrating our 60th anniversary season. We certainly wouldn't be here today without our community and all the support over the last 60 years. Here at the Von Braun Center, we have a very special installation about the Broadway Theatre League and the last 60 years. We're very excited about this installation about the history of Broadway Theatre League, and it's just literally a few steps from the front doors of the concert hall. So when you come to your first show, take a walk down memory lane and learn all about Broadway Theatre League. Of course, it all starts right here. This is a great poster that shows every show that we ever did in our history for the first 50 years. You also get a great description about the history of BTL. Of course, Broadway Theatre League wouldn't be here today unless it was for the Business and Professional Women's Club and Miss Louise Rogers, who ran the organization for more than 3 decades. So why don't we get started? But first of all, let me say a special thank you to Arts Huntsville for helping us install this and putting this together and providing the space so we can tell our story. So come, take a walk with me and we'll take a look at the history of Broadway Theatre League. Come on, let's go. So here in our first section here, this is all about the history of Broadway Theatre League. Here we have this great little montage about Louise Rogers. You know, she often presented the new seasons, and she was definitely a leader in this community, in the arts community, for more than 3 decades. This here is an award that she received when well into her career towards the end. But if it wasn't for Louise and the Business and Professional Women's Club, we definitely wouldn't be here today. Here throughout the rest of the history section, we have our very first playbill from 1959, Odd Man In, starring Ann Sheridan. And we have other playbills as well from the 60s, as well as newspaper clippings and articles from the late 60s. And then we have also some great newspaper articles. This one's from the 80s. This here is about Mr. Scott Willis, who was in a production of 42nd Street on February of 1986, and he was from Huntsville. This article here is from a little later in the late 90s, one of our season articles. And next, let's take a look at some of the popular shows that BTL has brought over the years. So come on, take a walk. So in our popular section about Broadway Theatre League, you're going to find some of the shows that people love the most. Of course, we have a chorus line here. We've got Grease that starred Frankie Avalon. Here's a great montage of seasons, shows from the 02-03 season. We have Fosse, Music Man, South Pacific, Cinderella. This is a great production, 42nd Street. And then we had 30 Modern Millie. But come on around the corner and you're going to see some even better shows that people love the most. So right here around the corner we have Chicago the Musical, Mamma Mia, which that's been here a couple of times. Huge hit, first in 06. And then of course, Beauty and the Beast. The first time it was here was 2001. This show holds the record for selling the most number of tickets for a single run of a show. We sold over 15,000 tickets in October 2001. We have Hairspray, Shrek the Musical, and then over here we have a very special little section. We have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. This is a great memento that you definitely want to see. So just a couple years ago, we welcomed back for the 4th time Les Miserables. And this is a special souvenir that the show and the cast created for us in honor of that run coming back. This, Les Mis, is our highest grossing show in our entire history. Next, we're going to go on to our next section, which is called Cutting Edge. Of course, you know, we love to do shows that people know and love and everything, but sometimes we like to push the envelope. And here you have a few of the shows that kind of push the envelope in Huntsville a little bit. We've got In the Heights, wonderful show. American Idiot, based on the music of Green Day, Avenue Q, and of course, Spring Awakening. And these were new and cutting edge shows that we were happy to bring and be a part of our community. And this is just a short little list of shows that we have brought on the cutting edge. Nobody can forget the Book of Mormon. Next, we're going to go on to our celebrity section of the gallery. So in the next section of the gallery, this is called the celebrity section. Since the very first show with Ann Sheridan, we've always, and especially in the early days, there were a lot of famous stars and artists that came through Huntsville as part of the Broadway Theatre League show. Here we've got a couple examples. Who couldn't forget Mr. Robert Goulet in Camelot in the late 90s? My very first show with Miss Crystal Bernard in Annie Get Your Gun. This was in 2001. This is a great fun production. Here we have Miss Petula Clark in Sunset Boulevard, also from the late 90s. And we've got a couple more that we'd like to share with you. Not only have we done Broadway shows over the years, we've also had musicians and entertainers and comedians. And here we have Wynton Marsalis with Jazz at Lincoln Center. We have Miss Vicki Lawrence and her two-woman show. And of course, Miss Joan Rivers. She definitely did raise the rafters here at the VBC. Our next section is all about Broadway Theatre League student outreach. This is something that's been very important to BTL over the last 15 years. With the support of the Chandler Family Fund and Mr. Jay Chandler and Channel 19, Alabama State Council on the Arts, Arts Huntsville, and the City of Huntsville, annually we are able to serve over 10,000 students completely free of charge with free student outreach shows. And we also have great free family shows as well with these. Here's just a sampling of some of the shows that we've done over the past 15 years. We've got Bixby's Rainforest Rescue, we've got Clifford the Big Gray Dog, the Peking Acrobats, my favorite Jack Hanna here, and of course Dinosaur Zoo. This is a very important part of BTL's mission. You know, our mission is simple. It's to entertain and educate and to do student outreach. And we're so glad that you support all of our outreach productions. In our final section here in the gallery, this is all about our 60th anniversary year. You can see here all the great shows we're going to be doing this year. We have a Bronx Tale, Bandstand, Waitress, The Play That Goes Wrong, Escape from Margaritaville, The Choir of Man, The Color Purple. We also have the 10 Tenors coming. That's also not on this one here. But all this entire season culminates with our gala on March 8th of 2020. And that stars Myth Kristen Chenoweth. Also, a couple other things that you want to, when you come and see the gallery, you want to take special note of. Here, we're looking for our history. This little sign right here says, looking for our history. The reason we're looking for our history, so from the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, a lot of that stuff, whether it was playbills or brochures, they were lost in a flood. And also to celebrate our 60 years, we want to know what you have to say about your memories and your fun times that you've had at Broadway Theatre League. So, if you want to send in your stories about coming to BTL shows, send it to memories@broadwaytheaterleague.org. We are so happy that you'll be a part of our 60th anniversary season. If you need absolutely anything throughout the year, call us at 256-518-6155. And we've got Penny, Will, Lisa, and David. We'll be happy here to help, and myself as well. Also, if you need any information, you can visit BroadwayTheaterLeague.org and learn all about this great season, and you can also learn about what's coming down the pipe. Thanks so much, and when you come to see the shows this year, take a walk down the hallway and take a walk down memory lane through Broadway Theatre League's history.